For Husker Countdown, I'm Zach Penrice. The state of the Big Ten West has been erratic the past few weeks, and it's all directly involved the Huskers. 2 weeks ago, Nebraska was 7-0 and controlled their own destiny to the Big Ten West title. Nebraska has since lost 2 straight games. First, in a heartbreaking loss to Wisconsin, followed by a blowout loss in Columbus at the hands of Ohio State, leaving the Wisconsin Badgers and Minnesota Golden Gophers in control of their own destiny. The Nebraska vs. Wisconsin game 2 weeks ago may forever haunt this team.
4th and 8. Incomplete! Stanley Morgan, Dakota Dixon, and the ball hits the turf.
A win in Madison would have put the Huskers 3 games ahead of Wisconsin in the Big Ten West, and last week's game against Ohio State essentially wouldn't matter as far as winning the Big Ten goes. Instead, it did matter, and what happened in Columbus may prove to be too challenging to overcome.
End zone, caught, touchdown, headed for the end zone, touchdown Ohio State. JT, he'll jump past to Samuel, who's got it for another Ohio State touchdown. Curtis Samuel, and the Buckeyes build the lead, 75 yards.
Earlier that day, Wisconsin did this to take a lead in the Big Ten West.
The Badgers make the bus ride down from Madison, just north of Chicago, to Evanston and get a win against Northwestern.
And Minnesota cut in front of Nebraska as well by defeating Purdue.
Rodney Smith, the big one, has the first down and more. Inside the 5. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Now, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Nebraska are all 7-2 with 3 games to play. Wisconsin defeated Nebraska, so they hold the tiebreaker over the Huskers. However, Minnesota still plays both Wisconsin and Nebraska, and a win against both of them would send the Gophers to Indianapolis. For Nebraska, they need to win their final 3 games against Minnesota, Maryland, and Iowa. They also need Wisconsin to lose one of their final 3 games against Purdue, Illinois, and Minnesota.
Nebraska will now need some help to get to Indy, which was their preseason goal. The result of this game aside, it's still a positive season in Lincoln. They'll try to regroup and hope that Wisconsin does stumble down the stretch.
In the Big Ten East, it is also down to 3 teams. The surging Penn State Nittany Lions have won 5 games in a row, including a huge win over Ohio State, as they remain 1 game behind the Michigan Wolverines, along with Ohio State. The entire Big Ten East will come down to the November 26th meeting in Columbus between Michigan and Ohio State. As if one of the most heated rivalries in college football needed to add more fuel to the fire, should both of those teams win their next 2 games, it would be a winner-take-all scenario, with the victor going to Indianapolis to play in the Big Ten title game. These matchups are often filled with pressure and anger, and the game on the 26th will be no exception.
And they're tearing down Michigan's coveted M Club banner. They will meet a dastardly fate here for that. There isn't a Michigan stadium who wouldn't like to go out and scalp those Buckeyes right now.
There is no question that all eyes will be on the Big Ten in these last 3 weeks of the regular season. With 6 teams still alive and only 3 games to play, every snap matters from here on out. Nebraska can only hope that Purdue, Illinois, or Minnesota saves their season and defeats the Wisconsin Badgers in one of the next 3 weeks. Regardless, this season is already something for Husker fans to smile about, and I think it's becoming much more clear that this team is not that far away from something really special. For Husker Countdown, I'm Zach Penrice.